story, then I do something and I think it puts it on my story. But I'm learning. So, but anyway, that aside, I hope that you got the word that I have. Some I'm going to say something tonight that you have never ever heard before. But I'm gonna save it to the end of this first segment. I'm gonna say it right before the the first break. But on the something light. So, uh, something like today, I saw a sister walking down the street. And this is before all the rain. I don't know how it is, how the weather is where you are, but right over here, just outside the studio, it is throwing down. I'm talking about lightning strikes. The power just came on. That's why we a little bit behind. You know, we got started a little late, but power just went down. Uh-oh. They say they can't hear me on the. Okay. All right. I don't know what the hell y'all heard because I just got a text say y'all couldn't hear me. So I don't know how much y'all heard. I just said a whole lot of stuff, and but I'm not gonna repeat none of that stuff. I'm just gonna say to you in a nutshell, so to speak, that tonight on the Life Malcolm Show, the Conscious Party is going to be up in here talking about 20 years of black on black rhyme Tampa. And the Conscious Party, of course, is at the center of it all, Wally B, JB, and myself. Also mentioned a bit ago when you probably didn't hear me, I mentioned my man Breeze, who recently died, and C-Main, and Pretty Slim, man. You know, all incredible parts of this conscious party that started Black on Black Rhyme Tampa in September on September 18th, 2001. And 20 years later, we just did our 20th anniversary celebration last week. Thursday was bowling. Friday was the spoken word show, fresh open mic. Saturday was kickball and cookout. And Sunday was a brunch. So just a really good time celebrating Black on Black Rhyme Tampa. And tonight, my partners, JB, Wally B, we're going to be up in here talking about it. It being Black on Black Rhyme Tampa's 20th anniversary. And I also said, I will repeat this because this is what I was saying at the time when I got the word that you couldn't hear me. I was in the process of telling you that I am going to say something to you that you have never heard before. I promise. Something that you've never heard before. I don't care who you are, where you are, how old you are. I promise you've never heard what I'm about to say, and I'm going to say it. But I'm going to say it right before we take the first break, right at the end of this first segment. And I was about to tell y'all something light, but I said I wasn't going to repeat what I said earlier. I would be remiss if I did not say this. This merits repeating. I really want to express my deep and profound appreciation for DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, for making the In Touch News platform available to shows like the Life Malcolm Show and other programmers who bring you the best in entertainment news, entertainment stuff, business, politics, and health and what have you. So really want to appreciate Tampa Bay Tammy and DJ CEO for making these things happen for us. And how long before we take our first break? About to take it? Yeah, okay, because I want to make this announcement right at the break time. So it's now? Okay, all right, cool. So we about to take our break in the next minute. So I just want to tell y'all something that y'all never heard me say before, or that y'all never heard before. Yo, I'm a lawyer now. Yeah. Passed the bar exam, got sworn in last night. Black Power Lawyer is in the building. Yeah. So I just wanted to express so much appreciation to everybody who has constantly expressed words of encouragement and continue to be supportive and understanding when when I had to do what I had to do in order to reach this place of Black Power Lawyer. So yeah, you heard it first right here on the Life Malcolm Show, and I really appreciate y'all being a part of that. But right now I need y'all to take part in this break. We'll be right back with my man Wally B. Clark and Jay Bizzle for Shizzle, the Conscious Party in the building on the Life Malcolm Show. Be right back.
So believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. Legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
It's politics. It's life. It's the Life Malcolm Show. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on In Touch Radio.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
We're playing your favorite old school. Today's R&B. With a smooth touch of jazz. You're listening to In Touch Radio.
Yo, what's happening, world? All right, as promised, the Conscious Party is in the building, man. We're not gonna waste no time with the whole long formalities. I would ordinarily give one of my stellar introductions to my guests, but I'm just gonna go ahead and allow them to say something about themselves, to introduce themselves to you, because I promised that if the show should go long or they don't get as much time as they want, it won't be my fault. So that way, they can't blame your boy. So listen, check it. Right now, I will say this much, man. To my right, right here next to me is my man, Wally B, a.k.a. Walter B. And all the way to the far right, to the right of Walter B is my man Jay Bizzle for Shizzle. And so, yes, man, brothers, thank y'all so much for coming through so we can do this. This is going to be great.
Man, thank you for the invitation and congratulations on the official attorney designation.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
It may have been delayed, but it was never to be denied.
I ain't even gave back the call number yet. But we have a call. And caller, come in. Caller, come in.
Hey, Life, hey, Wally, hey, JB.
Hey, what's up? This Keith.
Keith Beasley in the building. What's going on?
Y'all in the building still building.
That's 100. What's happening with you, man? I heard you just had an anniversary too, Black on Black Rhyme anniversary.
Yeah, we had one too. 23 years.
23 years.
We joined up in here.
Yeah. What's going on, man? You finna do a staccato or something?
I can.
Okay, well, break it on down.
Hold on. I'm trying. Let's see.
All right, while you thinking, I'm gonna tell everybody. Listen, the staccato is a very short poem, like named after the very short musical technique where you a very short note, like pop, and then So with the staccato, what happens is the poet will say the title, you will repeat the title. Although we won't be able to hear you, you can still repeat the title, like repeat it to yourself out loud, not just in your head. Repeat it out loud, and after the poet says the title and you repeat the title, the poet will drop the staccato, and you'll get it, and it's gonna be dope. All right, Keyboy, you ready? First staccato.
I'm ready.
Go.
Intense.
Intense.
Where Indians hang out.
Yeah. That's intense.
Intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. One more, Keyboy.
All right. Now this is a long one. It's called Mad Month.
Mad Month.
Mad Month. Like
Mad.
month of the year. Mad Month.
Yeah, Mad Months.
April got angry at May in June and marched out the door like a gust of wind, screaming, "You liar, you cheater."
Yeah. Woo. So that was a long staccato. You right. Yeah. All right. That was good. We appreciate it, man. Anything you want to say before we get to these guests? Because we got to get to these guests.
Man, I just want to thank y'all for knowing how to. Well. First, I want to thank y'all for taking no prisoners.
Okay.
And I want to thank y'all for parties. We got political parties, we got Republicans, we got Democrats, but y'all a party with a conscience.
Right on.
And that's what we needed, and
Right
that's
on.
what we still need, and that's what y'all gave us. And that's what we wanted. We didn't even know we wanted it. That's what we wanted it.
All right.
Thank y'all for being the DJs and the poetry and the promotions, the producers and all that right there, throwing a conscious party. Even peanut butter jam, but they don't jam like a conscious party.
Right on. And ain't no jelly about that.
Everybody in beat.
Ain't no jelly about that. All right. Appreciate you, Keyboy. Man, we gonna go ahead and get to these guests. I got to talk to Jay and Wally and let them. We only got a few minutes to pack in 20 years of history, and not just 20 years of history. We talking about historical history.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is historical history. All right.
And Life, is that a black shirt you have on?
I believe it is.
So Life, I appreciate your black shirt. Wally, I appreciate your suit. But JB, when I tell you dressed up, my boy, you dressed up. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you shop at, but they need to open all the time.
Oh, man. Keyboy, I'm with you on that. Back talk.
All right, thank y'all
back.
again.
All right, bro. To be continued. That was my man, Keyboy Keith Rogers, the founder of Black on Black Rhyme, right up there in Tallahassee, man. Been doing this thing for 23 years. And we right on his heels with 20. And, so got my man, Wally B, JB. Wally, go ahead. You was about to say something.
Nah, man, I just wanted to say, obviously 20 years of Black on Black Rhyme, Tampa, it's unprecedented. It's
Well,
historical.
tell them who you are, though.
Wally B, Walter Wally B Jennings, co-founder.
Wally B.
Co-founder, the name, Walter Wally B Jennings, co-founder, Black on Black Rhyme, founder, heard him say, Youth Arts Collective, and
All right, Bizzle.
Yeah.
Tell them who you are.
Of course, JB. A bunch of AKAs. I mean,
Captain Visor.
yeah, my man Wally B, gave me a bunch of AKAs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So
That
it's
sound
like,
like a- that
all
sound
I
like
can
a nice
say,
gift.
all I can say is I'm JB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Wally B can say it better than me. You know what I'm saying? So-
Who is he? Who is he, Wally?
Oh, he Captain Visor, a.k.a. General Burberry, a.k.a. the Throwback Uncle, a.k.a. the Coogee Polar Bear, a.k.a. Chef P.I.M.P., a.k.a. Lucius Leftfoot Jr., a.k.a. B. the Brown Bomber, a.k.a. J. Bizzle for Shizzle My Nizzle.
yeah, all of that.
Bam, bam.
See, sounds so much better.
Yeah.
All I can say is I'm JB.
I'm surprised you know who you are. Sound like some multiple personality stuff going on. But Wally, you about to say something about 20 years. Break it on down, man.
Yeah, no, man, I was just going to say that, like you said, it's unprecedented and historical, especially in this city, which, all of us, I mean, you're a native, I'm a native, Jay, you relocated from Miami here, but it's just like it's home for you as long as you've been here. And so even with starting this here, it was something that was well needed. But I had no idea, you know, that the community would gravitate and support it like they did, especially over the years with all the changes. And then when you look at the contemporary spoken word landscape right now, everything blooms from what we started. You know, when you look at every show, when you look at, you know, everything from the sign-in book, which is, you know, there are certain things specifically where I remember, like, you saying, hey, we need a sign-in book. You know, I remember Jay saying, hey, we need to put in footwork, you know, and going out the barbershops and clubs and putting flyers on cars, all of those things. Like our fingerprint is indelibly marked on every show in this city. You know, and that's something to be proud of, man.
What'd you say, Jay?
Well, I mean, we was the only show that was giving out door prizes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We made it special just to come to the show.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't just coming to hear words, you was coming to a show. I mean, we had everything.
Yeah.
You know,
DJs.
So everything.
You know, bands.
Yeah.
Everything.
Features. yeah.
Even in the back, we had everything.
Well, yes, we did. Yes.
I mean,
outside, yeah.
We literally, I mean, when you look at even Tuesdays, you know, we literally jumped off a whole day.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing popping in Tampa. Matter of fact, before we get to that, you said something, and I want you to tell the people why. You said that it was needed in Tampa. Why did Tampa need what we provided as far as more than a show?
Well, I think when you look at, you know, not just the entertainment, but where we were at that time, the show was slated to start on September 11th, 2001.
Right.
And so, you know, obviously because of the events on that day, we moved it back a week. But there was so much that was being done and that was being looked for, especially when you talk about entertainment and options for young African-American professionals in the city. And there wasn't anything besides like Wind Down Wednesday, you know, and on the weekend, people would drive over to Orlando. So we were right on the cusp of, you know, providing another form of edutainment, you know, KRS-One would say. And that was well needed and was also a part of helping to, again, contemporize poetry and spoken word, you know, which really began the Renaissance back with, I hate to say it, the whole Love Jones situation, you know, but people were looking for something different. It was like, well, that's kind of cool. And it's like, this is not that, but it's, you know, it's definitely not that, but it is something that, you know, is cool for you to come out to, and you're going to learn something. You're going to enjoy yourself doing it. Just like Jay was saying, it wasn't just a show. You wasn't just coming for what was happening on stage. It was an experience. Everybody was a part of what was taking place in the building.
Yeah. Jay, why do you think Tampa needed it?
Even for myself, I called Wally looking for a poetry show to go to. I needed to go to an open mic. I needed to go somewhere, and he was like, at the time there was nothing going on in Tampa. And he said, well, I got an idea that I want to start. I want to start Black on Black Rhyme. And I was like, man, whatever it is, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm at a point right now. I need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the, you know, my background and where I was coming from. You know what I'm saying? It was like I needed that solitude. I need to go somewhere around people that are like me.
Right.
And it didn't exist at the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I remember. You remember we were going to Hollywood Nights.
Yeah. Before it was a strip club.
Right.
Right.
We was at Hollywood Nights doing poetry.
Right.
You know, and as you mentioned, Pretty Slim before. If it wasn't for Pretty Slim, I wouldn't have never gotten on the mic.
Right.
So things changed, and I was away. Didn't know what was going on. Like I said, when I called Wally B, I was like a desperate man looking for a place to go. And you know what I'm saying? He said we created it. So there we go.
I really appreciate that too. We about to get ready to go to break. We got like a minute before break. But I'm gonna jump in when we come back from break and tell y'all, you know, or tell everybody why I think Tampa needed. I mean, I 100% agree with everything you said, Jay and Wally. But I mean, and I know y'all know what I'm gonna say is true. Jay, you kind of touched on it, but you ain't really hit it. You know, like I'm gonna hit it. And so when we come back, y'all gonna watch me hit it. But right here on the show, man, the Life Malcolm Show, we got my man, Wally B, JB in the building, and I don't know, it's y'all can already tell what we got going on. If you like having fun and just like listening to old people sit around and talk about when we were young, hey, you in for a treat. We'll see you on the other side of the break. This is the Life Malcolm Show, y'all. Be right back.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
This is Kevin from Steppin' With a Vision, where I teach the smooth art of Chicago-style stepping. Join me on September 24th and September 25th as I celebrate 40 years of recovery, and I celebrate my 67th birthday. Yes, 2 nights of dancing and dinner. Workshops on Saturday the 25th if you want to learn to dance at 3315 Lemon Street in Tampa, 912 East Fletcher on Saturday. See you there.
All right. Welcome back, world. So look, welcome back to the Life Malcolm Show. I'm your host, Life Malcolm. Right here on the Life Malcolm Show, we got the Conscious Party, the founders of Black on Black Ryan Tampa, my man Wally B, my man Jay Bizzle for Shizzle. And before the break, we were discussing why Tampa needed what the Conscious Party provided in the form of Black on Black Rhyme. And I'm going to tell y'all, for me, and Jay, like I said, you kind of touched on it, but there were places to go. Remember, but the problem was there was no consistent place to go.
Indeed.
Okay.
Because,
Right.
we had that, what was that joint? It's right by the house. The new place.
Yep.
Had the new place. We used
Yeah.
to pop up in there. We had, like you say, Wind Down Wednesdays with your boy Adrian Wright. Just got off the commercial. We had the Milner. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We had other little spots, man, but nobody could be consistent.
It's real.
And so you like you say, you could go away from the scene for a minute and then come back to the scene looking for something, and what you used to have wasn't there no more, like Who Moved My Cheese type of situation. And so what Tampa needed, what we provided that Tampa needed, in my view, was a consistent venue, a consistent place where people can come and do spoken word and enjoy, like you say, being around people like us.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's so, to me, that's important, especially considering that we have been here for 20 years. You know what I mean? Because Black on Black Ryan Tampa did not miss a Tuesday. Not one Tuesday for, like 14 years.
16 years.
Man,
Yeah.
what used to amaze me is that we get to the venue, the owner of the venue got some other things going on, and we'll have to move.
Yeah.
Right then, we're talking an hour, 2 hours before the show.
Yeah. If that.
And still find a place and successfully have a show.
Yep.
I remember one occasion we showed up to a venue and the gate was locked and we had the show in the parking lot.
Yeah, sure did.
Well, yeah, sometimes we ain't even move. We had the show in the parking lot because Black on Black Ryan Tampa was gonna have a show. I bet. So, 2001. What's your, in the early 2000s? What's your most memorable Black on Black Rhyme story or occasion from like the early 2000s? We talk about before 2005. Like, what's a good black on black rhyme memory, black on black rhyme story? I'll start off. Hell, let me go ahead and cut y'all legs out from under y'all. One of my memories is something that I don't remember. The black on black rhyme Tampa's first anniversary. Yeah, black on black rhyme Tampa's first anniversary.
Poetry in the Ocean.
I was no. Was it? No.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it
No.
was.
Okay, all right. Hold on.
Remember, you don't remember.
Yeah, that's true. no. I thought the first anniversary. Cause I sent you the flyer for the first anniversary, right? The poetry in the ocean.
The poetry in the
program,
ocean,
right?
yeah.
All right. So what was this? What was this thing where I came to the show, and so what happened was, back in my younger days, I used to like Johnny. No, what is this thing? Jägermeister. I used to like Jägermeister. I would keep it in the freezer,
The
make it
Jägermeister
cold,
phase.
and I would drink Jaeger. And so my homeboy came through, and we drank doing Jaeger shots. And then so I messed around some kind of way. I got the munchies, and I'm not saying it came from Jägermeister. I'm just saying I was drinking Jägermeister, and then I got the munchies, and I got to the spot and got some of those. They were selling food. I got something like I don't know, something greasy, and went to the bathroom and could not make it out until after the show was over. What was that? If it wasn't the anniversary, what was it?
That was a regular show.
No, it was like a special occasion though, cause like I was maybe it wasn't, cause I don't remember.
I
But
think
anyway,
that was a regular show.
Cause we used to take intermissions at that time, and I thought it was intermission when I came out.
That was a regular show.
That was a regular show.
Well, it has remained a special occasion.
That
to
was
me.
why. That was when we were still on 7th Avenue.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I remember that night. Yeah.
Yeah, people coming in there
we kept-
checking on me. Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't.
Yeah. And I came out the bathroom. I thought it was intermission. Y'all like, the show is over.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my memory. Y'all go ahead. What's y'all?
Jay, you go next. I'm still thinking of what I can say on the air.
I mean, one of my memories, a good memory for me, it was the first time we bought Cotton. When we bought the band, Nobody Special.
Yeah, nobody. Woo.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
When Nobody Special came,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that was the first time a open mic had a live band.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
And it was a phenomenal show.
Yeah, no doubt. What's the name? What's it called? Nicky Barnes?
Yeah. Nicky Barnes. Yeah.
Barnes, yes.
Nicky Barnes.
Yeah, singing and
So y'all had to give it up for Cotton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cotton. Yeah.
Shout out to Cotton.
Cotton, old dude from New York, old school man. Just bring the hypeness though. I mean, you wouldn't know, you couldn't tell that he's a senior citizen. But my man Cotton came through. I love to hear him tell the black on black rhyme. His first encounter with black on black rhyme. I love to hear him tell the story. But man, he came through and has always been a constant supporter, encourager, and enhancer to everything that we do, man. I know you got some Cotton stories too, but I want to hear what you got to say about your black on black rhyme.
And you made a great point, and you're exactly right as far as with the consistency that black on black rhyme provided. And so the way we started the show was we started with a poetry contest. And I knew that would draw people out, because even if they wouldn't come for poetry, they'll come to win some money, and people will come to watch a competition. And so that was the first month. And so the reason why I'm setting it up that way is because, just like you said, when you do something like that, like having staying power and longevity in Tampa is hard.
Yeah.
And even if you are consistent with it. And so for me, our very first feature was Rashida Bartley from Miami, Florida.
Yeah, fun.
And I remember that specifically, it was in December. And she came, she was our first feature, and the show was packed. And that was the moment when, for me, I was like, I think we got something as far as that can last. Like something this is legitimate. Like this is something that's going to have staying power. And we put up in a hotel, brought flowers. Like it was a quality. And she even said it that was one of her favorite experiences, because we showed her so much love, and the crowd showed her love. It was one of those things that really, I think, in the eyes of those outside of Tampa as well and from other states, it legitimized us as, hey, y'all got to go to Tampa. You know what I'm saying? So that was that for me. That was like one of the early watershed milestone moments for us.
Man, so piggybacking on that, what is your what is your favorite black on black rhyme memory?
Man,
Jay,
it's
you
so
can jump
many.
That's a question. Oh, I thought you was asking that question.
Well, I was,
So
but,
many,
but
man.
Man, you know what? Because so much has happened, I don't have just one.
Yeah.
What's some of them? Just let the people know what we did for 20 years.
You know,
they got us talking about it 20 years later.
The one thing that all the different things that we did. You remember
Yeah.
the Black on Black Rhyme Showcase?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when the feature came into town, how we took them on the radio station. They did an interview on the radio, and then
Nicky Nicole, shout out
you know what I'm saying?
WTMP, Dr. Cherry.
Yeah. So it's like the way we treated poets was, you know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
Wally say, they talked about us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and we've had some superstars come through our spot.
Who's like, name some of your favorites?
I mean, of course, I remember when we first went down to Miami for that host
Yeah.
retreat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's when we first
Jamel
met Will the
Jenkins.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went down for that, and and we met Will the Real one, and that brother just was so, you know what I'm saying, he was so down to earth.
Yeah.
And he became an honorary member.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
The honorary feature too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
We'd have had, Talam.
Talam, AC.
Yeah, Talam, AC, Archie.
Archie the Messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, we done had quite a few.
13.
Yeah.
13.
Who go ahead, Wally? Like who's some of your favorite features?
Yeah. 13. Talam. Lamar Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheba. Queen Sheba.
Sheba. Yeah.
Sonny
Patterson.
Patterson. Yeah, like
Tasha
you said,
Jones
man.
was dope.
Tasha Jones
Yeah,
was real
Tasha
dope.
Jones was
Yeah,
dope.
Tasha
yeah,
Jones
I
was
really
amazing.
enjoyed her.
I was laughing, right, because this is not my favorite moment, but it is one of my most memorable moments. So we were at Tropics. I'll never forget it.
Okay.
We were at Tropics, and Lamar.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Lamar was featuring, and there was another poet that was featuring as well. I ain't gonna say no names. And so the week before, we had Ansley Burroughs.
Yeah.
And so the poet got up and started doing this poem that we had heard the week before.
My goodness.
And so Lamar pulls out his phone, and me and you, standing across the room watching him.
Yeah. He
He pulls out his phone, says something in the phone, holds it up, close the phone, get up, and walk outside. So me and you go outside, and we like, yo, is that Ansley Bird? He was like, I just called him on the phone and say, yo, does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
And so for me, that's one of my most memorable moments, because poetry is such a large art form, but it's so small. You know what I'm saying? And it still is now, but it's growing to that point where it's becoming more fragmented than I would like. But it's like it's close like that. With a big name folk, you know what I'm saying? We're easy to touch. You know.
And we were enforcers of originality.
No doubt.
One time at USF.
Yeah.
There was this dude got up there doing his poem.
Talam, doing Talam. piece.
Yeah. And we had to be like, that was good. But now get your ass back up there and do your poem.
What about 12 bars?
Oh man, 16 bars.
This is gonna hurt.
Well, 16 bars. Yeah.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did? Never mind. We ain't gonna call it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
All right. We got to take a break in a minute. But how much time we got? Got a minute and a half. All right, cool. So, Black on Black Rhyme Tampa, as we've already said, we started a lot of stuff, right? So when we get back, I want to talk about some of the things that we did first and that you think has the most influence on the spoken word scene right now. And after we talk about that a little bit, I want to talk about what the spoken word scene is like now, what is missing now. Does the spoken word scene need the Conscious Party to come back? Does Tampa have a need? But I want to talk about, like, because we did some stuff, man, like the Pajama Poetry Night. We used to go feed people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Black on Black Rhyme Tampa Week, the picnics, we did a lot of things. We institutionalized stuff. I mean, people have come to Black on Black Rhyme Tampa, proposed to their fiancés, broke up with their wives. I mean, we
Threaten their baby mama.
you understand? Beat their baby mama. But that was the unconscious party who was doing that. The conscious party had to get them right. But yeah, I mean, we just, the Black on Black rhyme was like drama. It was people used to come to see the show.
Reality
The
TV.
show,
the
show within the show. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was reality TV before reality TV. Without the TV, yeah, 100. So when we get back, we want to chop that up a little bit, man. We got like a quarter of an hour left, so we're gonna just jump right in when we get back. But listen, you can call in if you want to. We're probably not gonna talk to you long. But you're welcome to call in 813-444-9588. Just to holler at the conscious party, say what up, check in, check out. We really want to hear these stories. We'll talk to you on the other side of the break.
For all your national and local entertainment news, not to mention your favorite smooth soul and R&B flavors, log on to the letter N-touchnews.com.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see Them Two Brothers and a Grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
In Touch Radio.
This is Joel Sylvain
and Kevin Carr,
and we're with Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives,
influencers
share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. Come join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Power Moves
On In Touch Radio. In Touch Radio, where everybody, and we do mean everybody, is a star. In Touch Radio.
All right. Look, we're finna jump right into it, man. So what I say we're gonna talk about?
We was gonna talk about modern day, how we've influenced.
Yeah. What things, like, where do you see our footprint the most in the spoken word game? Tampa and beyond. Because word is bond. People have taken our show on the road. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you for sure. Listen, these guys right here made me host a poetry show. That wasn't my thing. I was cool. I was busy trying to be more of the hospitality part of the conscious party. I wanted to make sure that all of our guests felt welcome and safe as they walked to their cars.
Is that so?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was in the hospitality. Mm-hmm. But I had to start DJing, and somebody had to. It was only the three of us mainly. Somebody had to hold down the door. Somebody had to host. Somebody had to DJ. So I was cool with the door. That's the hospitality, and I went with all the records and the music. Anyway, they forced me to host, and I hosted poetry shows like ain't nobody host no poetry shows. And nobody was hosting no poetry show like me. Like everybody was like, next to the mic, welcome, put your hands together. I got on there, I started hosting. I was like, yo, next to the mic, y'all start clapping. If you ain't clapping, you ain't. All this. And people would go around and be like, yo, you seen that? And people would, like, now, everybody got the hype host going on at the poetry show. So, like, I mean, our footprint spans beyond Tampa. But I mean, so I'm saying don't just limit the answer to like a Tampa, but just what influences Black on Black Rhyme Tampa and the conscious party had on spoken word.
I mean, even when you look at themes.
Yeah.
With people doing theme shows.
Yeah.
That's something that we started.
Right.
And it wasn't just limited to erotic poetry or pajama poetry. It was the blackout. It was, it was always something. And part of it was, though, it wasn't to be gimmicky. It was also to challenge poets to write, to diversify their work.
Yeah.
So it gave a means for them to write something, because it's like, I like coming to the show and I want to do something, but the theme is this.
Yeah.
So, there are certain poets that'll tell you that because they came to the show, like they started with just writing this style of poetry, but because they participated with the themes, and that was one of the reasons why we came up with doing them,
right.
was that now you got a diversified, a diversified portfolio of work. You know, so that's something that I see now, but not enough, to be honest. I think that's a way, you know, I think we really, in this particular, with the shows I see now, we really can do a better job of cultivating artists, you know what I'm saying, of diversifying their work and applying it to their life so they can be better people.
Jay?
I think we have done that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many poets that I've, you know, got in touch with, and matter of fact, when you started Heard Them Say, you know what I'm saying, a couple of poets that I had ran into, Jamie Dawson was one of them, you know what I'm saying, and Zollerina was another one, you know what I'm saying?
She's dope too.
Right,
She doing
so
her
you know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yeah,
I remember I was
IG,
doing I was doing something out at Chamberlain High School and ran into her and turned her on to Wally and everything. So you know, we do get out there, and if you remember, out of USF, anything that had something to do with poetry, they called us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was the other little group? Illapro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they gonna come through and try to do their little slam and exploit all the poets. They gonna have us they gonna try to have us sign a contract.
Yeah.
Where they get all the rights, all the money, and we had to pay for the damn DVD that we was on.
Yeah.
And couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still came to get us.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody did anything
Even
poetry
across the bay.
Yeah.
You remember that Stone came to Black on Black Rhyme Tampa after he waited in the parking lot for the show to get out. Remember the white boy Stone?
Yeah.
He waited for the show to end. He was outside, him and somebody else talking about they just wanted to know how to start their poetry show in St. Petersburg. You remember that?
From the lobby, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But remember then Black Heritage Festival. We was there.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah.
The Black Heritage Festival was like run by Ken Anthony. At its finest.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've influenced quite a bit.
Yeah.
I bet. Worst Black on Black Rhyme moment that you can talk about without hurting people's feelings.
I would say Cotton Club.
What part?
Life was hosting.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Go ahead.
You remember that moment?
I think I might know where you're going.
Well,
Can you say more?
Yeah, with the guy and the drink and
what happened, JB?
I mean, you pulled the drink on the man's head.
Why, JB? Can you tell the whole
granted,
story?
I understand.
Can you
I
tell the
get
whole?
it.
Can
I
you tell,
get
can
it.
you tell
But
the whole story?
As a host,
As a host,
Can I ask a question?
go ahead.
yes.
Ask him who bought the drink.
Yeah, the man bought the drink. You're not gonna tell the story, so I tell
He
the story.
bought you a drink.
So
Go tell the story. then.
So what happened was, at the time I was dating a woman, and the woman, the white man, wanted to buy a drink for my woman at the time, and she said, "Well, you buy me a drink, you got to buy him a drink." So he bought me a nice fine scotch. I think it was a double. The glass was pretty full, so I got the full glass of scotch in my hand and a cigar in my other hand, and I'm hosting like this. I'm like this right here, cigar in one hand, glass in the other hand. And so at this time, you know, Black on Black Rhyme, we used to have shakers, and you shake your eggs to show applause. And so we would, to get everybody accustomed to shaking, because some people used to clap, snap, whatever. We say, no, we shake. So we had the eggs on the table, make sure everybody had the egg. So I say, I'm hosting, say, pick up your egg and shake your egg. And everybody shook the egg, except for the white man who bought the drink. And I said, hey, white man, shake your shaker. And the white man, guess what he did? He picked up the shaker, and guess what he did? He threw the shaker at me. And it just missed, man, right at my feet. And so, me, wanted to make sure that he understood that if I got a drink in one hand and a cigar in the other, ain't no way in hell I'm going to catch a shaker. I walked over to him and poured his drink on his head. Like that. Set it down on the table and went back to hosting. He said, I thought you was going to kick you. How the hell? Yeah, so you see, it wasn't as bad as JB made it out to be.
Well, when you was right in the middle of hosting, it was. We paused the show. Okay, the show paused for you to walk over and pour the drink on the man's head.
Well, everybody thought it was going to be much worse.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's true.
They,
I heard the
yeah.
story.
People were gasping.
Oh, you weren't at that
No,
show?
I wasn't. He called me the next day. to
Oh,
make sure he
oh,
let me
that's
know.
right. You.
Yeah, he called me the next day
Okay.
to tell me
Yeah.
what had happened.
Okay.
So,
All right.
All right, so that's yours. What's yours?
so there was a riff between us and another. They weren't necessarily a poetry group that used to come to the show, but but they were just like a organized collective. Shout out to my man Eyes Ofrika. Yeah, his people. And so, you know, that whole situation with taking that type of stuff to the mic, you know, that for me that's not what the show should be about. I regret the way that whole situation went down, and that we even allowed the platform to be desecrated in that way.
Yeah.
And I take responsibility for allowing that to happen. You know, I mean, that there are certain things that, again, when you're doing a show like this and you have that type of visibility and platform, you know, you got to be careful how you lead and how you move. And so I didn't think that was an effective use of the platform. I didn't think that was responsible and mature on my part, our part. So yeah, that was a real low life for me.
Yeah, I remember that period. All right, bet. Right quick, going back up. Best black on black Ryan Tampa venue.
Ooh, man, that's a tough one.
Or best black on black Ryan Tampa venue owner. Either one.
Owner. Yeah, that's
either one.
Yeah.
Right quick, we got like 5 minutes before we got to go.
That's a hard. What you say?
I'm gonna say for me, Super D.
Shout out to Super B.
Yes, Super D was accommodating.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, you know what I mean.
But Kelvin over there at Phase 2 did us right too, now.
Kelvin at Phase 2, but it was just, you know, it was short lived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Phase 2.
But
that was my favorite venue too.
Yeah,
that was my favorite venue.
Man,
That's my favorite venue, no doubt.
Right.
100.
For those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about,
It ain't done no
it's
more.
over on Bush and 30th where the Holiday Inn
Yeah,
is.
the Holiday Inn.
That used to be a club. That used to be Phase 2.
Phase 2 lounge.
The stage, matter of fact, they had a stage behind the bar.
Yeah.
Man, I remember one show, like we had the stage, the performance was over to your right. You got the band behind the bar.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
it was just so official.
Oh yeah, and you had upstairs, downstairs.
Man.
Yeah.
It was, and I mean, it was classy though.
Yeah.
Like the lighting.
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah,
State of the art.
And the African who ran the joint though, like the African who owned the joint, yeah, who let us be. I mean, he was always accommodating for us, but it just didn't last as long. But like Super D's,
Yeah.
man, that joint right
Yeah,
there,
Super D's.
yeah, 100. All right, okay, all right. So we got to get out of here. But does Tampa need the Conscious Party to come back? And can the Conscious Party give Tampa what Tampa needs?
I think we can.
Does Tampa need us? So the first question is, does Tampa need us to come back?
I think that the poets that are there now, the younger poets,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I think if they gelled a little bit more,
Yeah,
stop letting the egos get in the way.
yeah,
That's the one thing that we didn't have a problem with was egos.
yeah. That's 100.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's what you're running into now.
Yeah.
So if they can gel, you know what I'm saying, they can bring the same quality show that we did.
All right. So being that that's not happening, are we saying that we need the Conscious Party to come back? Can the Conscious Party come back, Wallaby?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
no,
I know as far as I don't think the Conscious Party can come back. I think we just in different places in life right now. But I do think that the Conscious Party is needed, but just in a different capacity. I think that but as you have mentioned before too, you know, people have to be willing to listen and to receive and to want what it is that we have to offer. And that's their choice. And so, but are we needed? Absolutely. In the same capacity as we have been before. I don't think so. I think that even when you, I mean, looking at us again, just directly, the shows that have directly come from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fruit and is a telltale sign of, man, we got a formula. Like,
All right, we got to get up out of here. We got to do this again because time is just not enough time to say all this stuff. But I'm going to say this. I disagree.
That's cool.
The
You always
Conscious
do.
Party can come back. As a matter of fact, the first Conscious Party show gonna be Pajama Poetry Night. 20 years later. 20 years later, all y'all that used to come out here in your tighties and your negligees, you know, get your Pajama Poetry Night body ready. When we gonna do the show,
I
y'all?
sure hope them 20 years was good. To
When we gonna do the show? When will we doing Pajama Poetry Night 2022?
November 32nd.
Woo! I don't like that date. Let's shoot for a day in October. But yeah, man, listen, I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. Oh, listen, before we go, right, I know we only got like a few seconds, but yo, how was Black on Black Rhyme Tampa week, man? Like, big shout out to Big Phil. Y'all had a good time? I had a great time.
I had to work, but I did go to the show.
Yeah.
Show was phenomenal.
Shout out to the open mic.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kickball. Wally B came through.
Yeah, I
did
heard
his
y'all
thing.
beat up on the
We beat up on the young people.
Yeah, man.
10-1, 11-1, something like that. My knees hurt right now.
Okay.
But it was a good job, man, by Big Phil making Black on Black Rhyme Tampa Week special. Appreciate
Phil.
appreciate Keyboy calling in.
Janae
Shout
and
out.
Filet as well on that.
Yeah,
on that team,
Absolutely.
no
Janae
doubt.
and Filet doing their thing, man. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed this Conscious Party conversation as much as I have, and gonna do it again. This has been the Life Malcolm Show, man. I'm your host, DJ Cut the Music. He's done cut the music off and on at the same time. I am your host, Attorney Life Malcolm. See y'all next week, y'all.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling